All they utilize to be carry aerial, she says. In special, the Formosan dark carry, a big omnivore home to the top, clouded mountains how run downward the spinal of Taiwan. Wang, Connect Prof and CEO of the Institution of Living Nature Preservation at Taiwan's domestic Pingtung College of Scientific and Technique, is potential the planet's primarily specialist on the kind. But while she at first begun to research the enormous mammals as portion of her PhD in 1996, she says her friends and acquaintances reacted in upheaval. They'd tell, "Do we include bears in Taiwan? We never had bears. Do we yet include bears?" she recalls. Meantime, the isle's currently defunct V-Air airline company took its behalf of the distinguishing White's V form on the dark carry's trunk. But in spite an enlarged section, these animals are yet in profound anxiety, says Wang. Confidential as vanishing by the Taiwan by the government, the kind is creature spurred to the verge of death by illicit hunt and earth cleaning. Worst yet, the family member rare of these bears, combination in their hostility of humans, makes it nearly unfeasible to aware how lot are leftward. Bears are a flagman kind, they're large, love a celebrity, love pandas, elephants and tigers. If a nation cannot defend them, will you be capable to defend some, less living nature? I don't believe as. Wang has to journey several hours up in the mountain range, far of Taiwan's towns and cities, to accessing the areas yet populated by bears. Down there are no formal statistic of 100 year back, up Taiwan's humane people quickly advanced, but Wang says down there are a big quantity of native Taiwan memories regarding to the bears how go behind centuries. Though for Japan invasion of the isle in the previous 20th age down there were accountable of bears creature found as low as 100 meters over sea standard. Currently, Wang says, they nearly completely dwell over 1,000 meters. At reduced elevations, in theory it would be nice aerial, but, they're managed high, since of all the humane upheaval, mountain, leisure, a lot of human beings operation, she says. The bears are mainly omnivorous, in their dietary comprising mostly of fruits, crazy and berries. They beg above a large aerial measurement hundreds of box kilometers. In comparison with some big bears, they don't winter. The Formosan dark carry is a subtype of the Asiatic dark carry, that can be found through East and Southwest Asia, consisting in Japan, Thailand and southward Korea. The whole kind is noted as sensitive by the World Association for Preservation of Environment, but Wang says it hasn't brought as lot focus as some more than sight-catching animals, such as pandas or Asiatic elephants. In reality, the absence of concern to defend the bears how she florid while she begun work in them done her angry. It is a embarrassment for Taiwan human beings, says Wang. I sense shamed, how go there vanishing and there yet purified the path. Time aerial losing has been difficult on the bears, the largest risk to Taiwan's greatest species of mammals is illicit hunt. Above latter many decades, down there's been a increasing, profitable trading in carry components, carry flesh for the dark marketplace and bones, gallbladders and paws for conventional China medical. In the history down there were stringent taboos amongst native Taiwan on hunt bears. If you annihilated a, Wang says, several tribes though in isolation you out of terror you would give bad good luck behind to the countryside. But currently, a dark carry dead can be cost as lot as $5,000 to a bounty hunter. Teaching about Yushan domestic garden preliminary to the 1980s found 22% of the region's bears were annihilated for their flesh and flesh components. By the 1990s, the had soared to 59%. Wang says the decision put in formation. If the marketplace for carry components and flesh can be ended by increased customer knowledge, the animals can be stored. If down there is no marketplace consumer demand, I trust the will conduct to less than carry murder. This certainly will assist, she says. Else issue is how, due to bears' big feed perspectives, they routinely homeless external of the secured forest and in the wilds wherever they are sensitive. Display the GPS information of one age man on her notebook. Wang shows us his way above the year of months. How's the secured wood, she says, indicating to a little box cover fare a faction of his way. Yet, Wang says down there doesn't requirement to be more than secured areas through the isle, fair superior coercion versus illicit hunt. If all the appropriate aerial permitted bears to pull through, the present power for the entire isle is capable to include 5,000 to 10,000 individuals, she says. Instead of, down there are fair hundreds. The just location nobody is potential to see a dark carry these days is over cable and window at the Taipei Zoological. On a solar Saturday, tourists of the isle and continent China group about the box of the Formosan dark carry fence. He's upcoming. He's so lovely, one visitor says in Tangerine, as the enormous furry carry ambles via its cell. Tsai Chien Chuan, 40-year-old dad of couple, driven his daughters to the fence. He says human beings' requirement to be educated man on how essential the bears are to Taiwan. They are more than gem rather than pandas, says Tsai. They are really essential in a less people. If we don't defend them, they may go dead. Wang is encouraging for the next of the bears and says she's been emboldened by the increasing isle-wide knowledge of the pet's distress. She now has on 25 voluntary work in her team, installation up chamber traps top in the mountains to assist path the bear's movements. With a GPS tracker, related to a neck, Wang and her crew path downward a woman carry who has been just show little signs of motion for months. The is potential since she has fair taking into account childbirth to young growth and has slow her movements to a minimal to see following the youthful bear's insecurity.